it was a really exciting match to just be a part of throughout the whole night. I mean, each set, excuse me, was highly competitive. I loved how both sides were making some strategic changes, and I don't know. So all in all, great volleyball match to be a part of. Obviously, it's not fun to be on the losing side of it, but we talked about earlier during the year, being a target is not just getting a team's best, but getting the best gym environment as well. DBU's environment was incredible. So shout out to everything they did to prep for it. It was a tough environment to play in, but I'm really excited that we were able to play in it and learn from it. And so no match goes to waste ever. And sometimes the losses, you're able to learn a little bit more. What I'm more proud of is the bounce back. Coming back, in less than 24 hours to play UT Tyler, who we again played the weekend before, who's equally talented, and we were able to grab the win on Saturday. So yeah, I mean, we don't like taking losses, but that's a part of it. And never did we say we had to go perfect in the conference. And so anyway, any way we're looking at it is just a building tool.
Obviously, a good weekend for Carly. That's a
Yeah.
whole game. She was even all season long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carly, we knew what she was capable of just being in our gym all last year. She single-handedly was able to make us better on the starting side. But now that we actually have her in a uniform and she's on our side, I think we're seeing all the things she's capable of, and we still haven't hit on all the options that we can use her as well. And so she just brings a ton of calmness to our team, but also just a terminal type of arm, so it's always nice to be able to have those types of players to go to, especially when we have some injuries going on. Tori's still fighting that ab muscular pull, and we have other knick-knack injuries, but who doesn't at this time of the year? But Carly is another level. If you haven't got to see her play yet, it's worth the time to come out and watch her play.
In terms of, I mean, obviously nobody ever wants to lose a game, but
Yeah.
Is there even a part of you that thinks maybe it could be a good moment for you to take something away from, say, hey, look, we're not invincible. We got to make sure to have our game every time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they found some of our leaks, and so we feel like we know those as coaches, but sometimes you have to learn it, physically and see it whenever you get to rewatch the video. And so, again, I shout out to DBU on how their game plan against us. And so this morning's practice, not that they aren't all focused, but there was a little extra focus in there, And so, listen, I'm the sorest loser. But at the same time, if we approach them well, then honestly, we can look back at that last Friday's loss and know that it might help us in November.
Both your losses this year, they went 5 sets, so it sounds like you guys are just rolling over regularly.
No.
You're putting up a fight both ways. That has to be encouraging as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's what I love about this team. We're gritty, and even whenever it looks impossible to possibly come back and steal a set, we're still going to put ourselves in that situation to be able to score. And sometimes the ball lands on your side, and that's what happened on Friday. I mean, we had opportunities though. I mean, there's times where I look at it in the fourth set, we're up 24-21. We could have won it a couple times in order not to go 5, but DBU fought their way back. And so we kind of got a taste of our own medicine from the opponent, unfortunately. And so, yeah, I mean, we're a bunch of fighters. That's never going to go away. But now we just got to make sure we're fine tuning and just moving the needle the right way. That 1% better that we got to get. We got to make sure we get it for this weekend.
Conference play speaking this week will continue this week with St. Mary's coming up. What have you seen about them?
Yes, so we saw St. Mary's opening weekend, and they're a team that no one can sleep on, and they run a pretty familiar system, as to ours, and so we do have a pretty good game plan of knowing what we saw, but also knowing where they've evolved. St. Ed's, we haven't got to see them yet, but they run a 6-2 type offense, so familiar for us as well. And so we're not going to see anything that we don't see every day in our gym. However, it's just different personnel, so we're going to have a great scout and we're going to be prepared, but we also got to be ready to make the adjustments on the fly on game day. And so we're going to make sure we're staying confident in our gym, though. That's the biggest thing. I want our girls to feel capable every single day.
So what does the scout really tell? Just you guys watching the film, you guys sit someone down or helps them in the game?
Well, thank goodness for technology. We have Volumetrics that puts up every single match we all play all year long. So there's no secrets. There's no secrets in the conference. And actually, our first morning, we call it a pod, but our phrase of the day was, "There's no secrets." Like, everybody got to see our leaks this weekend. If they're watching the DBU match, they know what they can do to pick us apart. And so obviously what we were working on this morning were those items. And so, yeah, we watch a lot of film. There's a lot of film study. Probably watched quite a bit yesterday to prepare for this morning's practice. But yeah, we're no different though. They have just as much footage on us. So that's what makes it kind of fun.